Hi guys, today I'm going to do my 2025 anticipated releases, and these are just gonna be from like now until maybe June, July. I'm gonna do a part two for anything else that's gonna come after that through the end of the year because there's so many things being announced that like I don't want to do a full 2025 comprehensive list when there's still books being announced. So we're gonna start off with, we're in March now, and the first book that I was anticipating is the third book in the Rose Hill series by Elsie Silver. It's Wild Side, and this is gonna follow Rice. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Rice and Tabitha, and it's basically like a marriage of convenience or fake marriage. And the blurb on the book says she's always dreamed of her wedding day, and those dreams never included saying I do to a man she hates. So I'm gonna assume there's some like enemies to lovers or whatever. The just from what I saw in Wild Eyes, from those two characters, because they kind of set it up, it looks really intriguing. So I'm sure it's gonna be awesome. And Elsie Silver's game has been like unmatched recently. Like the Wild Eyes was so good. The writing, the story, the way the story was written is amazing. So I'm sure Wild Side is gonna be another 5-star. Then March 14th we have the Strawberry Patch Pancake House, which is from Laurie Gilmore, which is the same author as the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and what's the Christmas one? The Christmas Tree Farm. I forget what it's called, but they're just fun, cutesy romances. They all take part in this town called Dream Harbor, and this book that's coming out is going to be a single dad with nanny, and it's basically the main male character. He owns a pancake shop, and the FMC comes in, and she's like a nanny to help with his kids while he takes care of the restaurant, and it goes from there. That's all I know. Like I said, like I don't do like the whole synopsis because I don't want any spoilers or too many tropes. If you like that series so far, I'm sure you would enjoy it. Like I've not disliked any of her books yet. They're just a good fun time. Like if you're going into it looking for a literary masterpiece, you're in the wrong section. You're in the wrong section, buddy, because that's not what it is. It's just it's a perfect book. Like if let's say you're in between series, or you're reading a fantasy and then a sci-fi or a horror, whatever, and you want something fluffy to just, you know, just like a palate cleanser. Those are the books for you. I've loved them, especially the pumpkin spice one. It's so cute, and the covers are so cute for these books. And I know there's one coming out in September for Christmas too, another Christmas one. But I'll put that in my part two that I'm gonna do this summer, because it's gonna be for like fall Christmas. So I'm definitely going to be reading that book. I also forgot to mention for Wild Side, I pre-ordered it. Like there's some books that I know I'm pre-ordering. I'm making, taking advantage of my membership at Indigo. So there's some stuff that I'm not pre-ordering. Like the Strawberry Patch Pancake House, the only reason I didn't pre-order it is because, oh no, I did pre-order it. There was a sale at some point and I got it on sale, a pre-order sale. Never mind. I was gonna say I don't think it was on sale, but like the Wild Eyes was not on sale and I still got it, but whatever. I already pre-ordered that because I knew I was gonna love it. I know I'm gonna buy it, so I might as well get the points off of it. If you're not in Canada, Indigo, if you have a membership with Indigo, you get like extra points when you pre-order, and when those points accumulate, you get like money off your orders. So if I'm gonna buy a book anyways, I just pre-order it and I get the extra points. Easy as that. Then we have April 1st, there's Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, which I hope there's not too many like Taylor Swift references. I'm pretty sure the title in itself is a Taylor Swift reference. I like Abby Jimenez. I loved um Just for the Summer, that came out last year, and I believe this is from the same world. So I can't wait to read that. I'm not pre-ordering it. Like, I'll see what people say, and then I'll go ahead and get it. Usually the week that it comes out, there's usually like a 20% off or whatever. So I'll try to get it on sale, but I'm not pre-ordering it. I'm gonna see what people have to say, especially when people start getting the arcs and putting in reviews. We'll see, but I'm definitely intrigued because her book was so, like, it's the only one I had read was Just for the Summer, and the story, the characters, like, there was no fluff in the book. Even though it was a bit longer for a romance book, there was no fluff. It was just absolutely amazing. I loved it. um then we have Great Big Beautiful Life, which is a mouthful, I know. And that's gonna be the new Emily Henry book for this year. I am not pre-ordering this, that's for sure, because Emily Henry for me is a hit or miss. For example, I didn't enjoy, don't hate me, but I didn't enjoy Beach Read and Book Lovers. Like, I didn't like those that much. I really liked Funny Story and People We Meet on Vacation. I have Happy Place. I have not read it yet. I didn't have time to read it last summer, but I'm gonna read it this summer. Like, there's no way I'm reading Happy Place when it's minus 30 degrees Celsius and there's, like, God knows how, like, 3 meters of snow outside. So I don't know how I feel about that one yet. So that's why I don't want to pre-order this one. But the premise looks so good. If anything, I might just do the audio, and if I really want it, like, and I want to get the physical copy, I'll wait till the paperback comes out, because now they're having, in Canada anyways, they're having the new Emily Henry books come out in hardcover, and then you have to wait for the paperback for like a year and a half. So anyways, that's another story. But I don't want to have a bunch of hardcovers, especially for romance. Like, it takes up so much space. So if I really intrigued, I'll just do the audio. I'm sure they'll have great narrators. I mean, it's Emily Henry. So yeah, so that's, I don't know if I said it's April 22nd. I'll put it up on the screen regardless. Then I have here Taming the Heart, which is the third book in, oh my god, I forgot the name of the series. I'm blanking out. I'll put it up here. But it's like a cowboy romance series by Elliot Rose. I read Chasing the Wild last month, or no, in January, and I'm gonna read Braving the Storm next month. And I can't wait to read this. It's April 19th is the day that it's coming out. So I'm excited for that one. It's the tropes that she said was like, I think there's an age gap. The all I know is that it's age gap, and I think it's someone like a workplace, like someone like the FMC and the MMC work together. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah. Then we're gonna go into May now. I think I'm gonna stop at like June. May, we have a dark hockey romance from Miss Rena Kent. It's called Beautiful Venom. It's gonna be a trilogy, and the second book is actually also, it's gonna come out in November or December of 2025. So it's also this year, but again, I'm gonna leave that for my second video. I didn't look at the synopsis. I just know that, what did I write down? Yeah, all I know is it's a dark hockey romance, elite college hockey team with a secret society. I didn't even know about the secret society part. I think I saw a blurb and I was like, secret society, hockey, romance, like, I don't know how that's gonna mix together, but I cannot wait. I cannot wait. That's May 27th. I can't wait. And that's definitely a pre-order. Love Rena Kent. I only read one trilogy from her, and I can tell I'm gonna love like all her books. The writing is good. They're so fast paced. Like, if you haven't read a Rena Kent book and you like dark romance, like, you have to. Oh my god, you have to. And they're not that dark. Like, not to me anyways. When I read I always want to say the Deception trilogy, the Monster trilogy, it wasn't like that dark. Like, it's not like compared to the Brutal Obsession or Jesse Hall, or it's not that crazy. I know the Legacy of Gods is known to be way darker, so I haven't read that yet. Soon. But Rena Kent, I cannot wait. I'm really excited. And Oh, this is okay. This next book has to be most anticipated romance release of this year because we finally got Rio's book in the Windy City series by Liz Tomford, and I can't wait. The cover looks great too. Um, I'm gonna catch up with that series. I'm reading Play Along this month. I cannot wait. We've been getting glimpses of Rio here and there, and I can't wait. I can't wait. And from what I understand, it's like second chance, second chance, or childhood friends, or sweet childhood sweethearts. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's like a second chance romance. And I usually don't love those, but there's someone that's probably gonna do it right. It's Liz Tomford. Her books are amazing, so I am sure I'm gonna love it. That's a definite. That's an She's like an auto author for me. It's like Elsie Silver. I absolutely love all her books, and for those of you who don't want to maybe like, because it's a whole series, right? They are interconnected standalones, but like if you wouldn't have seen Rio, like, or if you would have just seen this book, you probably wouldn't care about this character. But if you want to maybe just start reading or see if it's for you, they are all available on Kindle Unlimited as well if you have that subscription. That's how I got started with these books, and I don't know if you can see them up here. Like, I started actually getting them physically, and I love her writing, and they are not very long, so they're very fast paced, very entertaining. I love her books. Anyways, on to the next. Oh, Caught Up by Navessa Allen, which is the sequel to Lights Out. It's coming out June 10th. All I know is that I believe it follows Nico, which is one of the characters' brother in the first book. I have no idea what it's about. I don't want to know. I just want to go into it blind. I know I'm gonna love it. I have not pre-ordered this. I'm pretty sure it's gonna show up on sale like once it comes out, so I'll probably just get it then. And also I kind of want to see like reviews before I buy it, just in case. Sometimes like the second book is not as good and the first book is super hyped up. So that one, because it's a new author as well, like it's not like Liz Tomford or Elsie Silver where I know, okay, 1000% I love these authors, I'm gonna buy the book and I know I'm gonna love it. I don't know how good it's gonna be, so I'm not gonna pre-order. I'm gonna wait to see the reviews that come in. I'm gonna wait. And last for romance, right? So I'm doing all the romances now. Last for romance is Bourbon and Proof, which is the third book in like the, what is it, Fox Brothers, the Bourbon Boys. I don't know exactly what it's called. Pardon me. That series by Victoria Wilder. Amazing. Amazing. I cannot wait. It's gonna be Hadley and Ace's book. I can't wait. So Hadley's like I don't want to say anything. Like, she owns a speakeasy, and I'm only halfway through the second book, so I don't know if they set up anything. I don't know what it's gonna be about, and for sure it would be like childhood friends, because they've been friends. Like, she's been friends with that family for so long. So I don't know. I don't know what the tropes are. I don't want to know. I want to go into it blind. Just know, like, the cover hasn't been revealed yet. I know it's gonna look awesome because the first two covers, I mean, I'll insert them here. They look gorgeous, and I loved her writing, and I can't wait. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Next, I have fantasy and sci-fi. So the first book I have here is actually coming out in just a couple weeks. It's Sunrise on the Reaping, which is another Hunger Games book, and this is gonna be Haymitch's story. So if you don't know Hunger Games, you're probably not gonna care about this book, but if you do, I know we're all excited about Haymitch's book even more than The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I haven't even read it yet. I actually just got it last week, the actual book, so I haven't even read it yet. Haymitch is one of the best characters in the Hunger Games trilogy, so I just can't wait to read his book. That's all I'm gonna say. There is a new Joe Abercrombie book coming out on May 13th. It's called The Devils. I got the arc for this back in October at Comic-Con, and I still haven't read it. My excuse was that, like, I just really wanted to read the first Law trilogy first, because everyone says that's what you have to read first, and I know I'm gonna love his books because they're like grim dark fantasy, and I love anything that's darker, more violent, or I love those types of books. So for me, I know I'm gonna love it. I think I'm gonna hold off on reading it until I read the first Law trilogy, especially if I'm not sure, but if it's something where like it's in the same world and I might be confused if I haven't read his other trilogies or his other works. I don't want to be confused and then have like a bad experience with this book, because the premise looks so interesting. And we have there was a new cover that came out with the broken binding. I think I'll put it up here if I can find it. The cover looks insane, and the blurb that I saw for this book that made me absolutely really want to read it is it said, holy work sometimes requires unholy deeds. And you have like a band of characters who go on some kind of a quest, I assume. I don't even need to look at the synopsis. Like just the blurb and the covers and the character art is enough for me to know that I'm gonna love reading that. So yeah, that's May 13th. And sorry, I skipped over April. April 1st is, this is my second most anticipated fantasy release, okay? My second one, I'll tell you what my first one is later. It's Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake. And it's just, the blurb is literally, it's, well, not a blurb, but like it's pitched as Succession with magic. So Succession as in like the HBO show, that Succession with magic. And if it's anything like One for My Enemy, which was like Romeo and Juliet, but make it Russian mob with magic, like she's just so talented. I love her. And that book, it looks like it's gonna be so good. I have pre-ordered it as well. I knew 1000% that I was going to read it, and I'm sure I'm gonna love it. The character art on the book is beautiful. She always has, I think it's the same artist because they look the same in all her books. The character art is just great. There's like end paper designs. Well, on this, the edition they have at Indigo anyways has some. So yeah, that's April 1st. April 1st. Then I have here this, okay, I'm not pre-ordering this. I haven't read, the series is called The Saga of the Unfated, which is by Danielle L. Jensen, the author of The Bridge Kingdom. So the second book is called A Curse Carved in Bone. It's coming out May 13th. I'd have to read the first book to see if I'm gonna enjoy it and continue on with the series, but I have it up here, the first one. I really enjoyed The Bridge Kingdom. There's also Bridge Kingdom 5 that's coming out. I don't know when. I even mark it down, but I don't know if I'm going to continue on with that series, but I really enjoyed it for like the time that I read it. I think now I would be more interested in something that's more like darker and more complex, but we'll see. We'll see. It's book 2 in the Saga of the Unfated. That's all I know. I'm semi-interested. I would have to read this one first. Maybe I'll do like an audio or something before it comes out to see if I want to pre-order it, because I loved her books. Bridge Kingdom, I read them. I did the audios for them. They were all amazing. And if ever you want to get into fantasy and you're beginner, like they're very simple. There's no super complex magic system, so it's a good way to start. I had already I've been reading fantasy, so for me it was just like a fun book. Like it wasn't too complex where I had to pay too much attention or retain too much information, right? It's easier to get through, but I wish there was a bit more substance to it, which again there could be in this series. I'm not sure. We then have The Primal of Blood and Bone. Oh my god, the Blood and Ash series. Oh my god, I almost dropped it. Okay. The Blood and Ash series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I don't know. Okay, this is the 6th book. From what I understand, it's supposed to be the last one. Okay, the last actual book of the series. I kind of hope it is, because I love this world. I love Blood and Ash and I forget what the second, like the spinoff is called, but they're both very good. I prefer the Blood and Ash series overall, but it is getting quite long. And the last two books, I felt like they were really stretched out. Like I don't know who her editor is, but they are some chunkers. Like they're like over 700 pages each book. And like I said, the last two they could have been a bit shorter. But I love this world overall. I think of these characters every day. Maybe not every day, but very often. Then there is A City of Smoke and Brimstone, which is The House of Devils #4, which I know most people don't even know what the name of the series is. I actually wrote it down because I couldn't remember it. It's the like it became super famous on social media. It's the City of Blood and Monsters, Bones and Monsters. I forget. I'm currently reading it on Kindle Unlimited. I think I'm like halfway through that book. It was really good. It's like a urban fantasy. It's literally, I was not a huge fan of Crescent City. Okay, 1, 2. I have the first two books, and this series, House of Devils, right? House of Devils series by Kayla Edwards. This is like what I would have wanted Crescent City to be. It's way more fast paced. The characters, like the story is just way more engaging. And the way the world building is done, it's just clear. And it's like you can picture it in your head. It's not so much info dumping as Crescent City. And anyways, I love this. I've heard only good things about it. So I'm halfway. I had stopped because I was kind of like in a fantasy, like a book hangover. So I stopped I stopped reading it, but it was really good. And I still remember everything I read, even though it's been like since December that I haven't even picked it back up, and I still remember everything. So just to show you, like, the information they give is not just info dumpy and, you know, useless. So yeah, I really can't wait to read that. That's gonna be, it's July 8th is when it comes out. I have other fantasy series that I want to finish that are on my shelves before just continuing to pick up new series that just emerge every 2 weeks. So hopefully I'll have picked it back up, but I do really want to read it, and I do want to finish or catch up with this series this year. Because I feel like if I leave it for longer, we're gonna be like 5 books in, and then I'm gonna be like not motivated to continue. Kept the best for last because my most anticipated fantasy for this year is I'm probably gonna butcher the name, but it's Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. This would be my first R.F. Kuang book. I haven't read anything else by her, but this looks so interesting. It's gonna be a dark academia type, and it's the blurb. Let me see what I wrote. It's Dante's Inferno meets Piranesi. So you basically have 2 graduate students. They must put aside their rivalry and journey to hell to save their professor's soul, perhaps at the cost of their own. So yeah, it's a play on Dante's Inferno, and I can't wait. I can't wait to read it. Even the cover, the book, the edition, the sprayed edges, like everything looks really appealing for me. And Catabasis, man, this cover, I can't, like, I'm gonna wait. I want to pre-order it, but I'm just gonna wait to see if there's a sale that comes on where I can pre-order it at a lower price. And if you hear me talking about pre-ordering at lower prices, it's because books in Canada are super expensive. Hardcovers for like adults, just because YA is way cheaper. YA hardcovers are between like $20 to $25, but regular hardcovers, like for example like Empire of the Vampire, that's $50. Your regular fantasy hardcover is $50 or to $55. Sometimes it's like $49, but still, like, and then you add taxes onto that, so you're paying $60 for one hardcover book. It's pretty insane. Right now I think Catabasis is priced at $43 or $46, so I'm pretty sure it's 46. But yeah, I'll just see if there's some kind of a sale that comes on before it comes out where I can get it at a lower price. If not, I'll definitely be pre-ordering it because I Really want those sprayed edges. And that edition that's coming out, I think they said it's a first print. And oh man, it just looks so good. I haven't been this excited about a fantasy in a while. Like this and Gifted and Talented. Oh my god, I can't wait. And Sunrise on the Reaping too. Anyways, I cannot wait. Let me know down below what your most anticipated books are. I know I didn't put much like literary fiction or horror or anything. Maybe I'll do a separate video. I didn't look too much into the horror thrillers and lit fic that's coming out, because especially like lit fic isn't my main genre. I do enjoy horror a lot, but it's not like my main genre where I'm going to be looking for new releases. It really has to be like a good book for me to get into it. I love like anything that's like slasher, or I do enjoy psychological horror too, but I even look into, I don't know if there's anything good coming out this year. If you know of any good horror books, please, you know, put them down below in the comments. I know there's some thrillers, like there's a new Riley Sager book that's coming out, but the last two Riley Sager books I read didn't grip me as much, so I'm kind of iffy about even reading it. We'll see, but let me know any of your recommendations down below, and I hope you guys have a nice day. Thanks for watching.